Welcome guys, we're just going to take a moment, so for those people that are watching live, they can come on in. For those people watching pre-recorded, you might just want to skip the first few minutes. We're just going to wait till a few people show up. So we're just going to wait a few more minutes. I noticed a few people just showed up. We're just going to wait till everyone rolls in. I know for the most part you guys can't read this. If you can, that's great. If you can't, they're in the description. Avalon has dropped in the comment box there what the workout will be. So if you guys want to take a look at what we'll be doing today, I'll go in detail later on as well in just a few moments. So just a few more minutes until we do some of the basic beginning parts. But if you guys have a moment, make sure that you have a medium and a lightweight, or a medium and a heavy weight with you. Depending on how you're feeling, you're going to switch through and use which one is appropriate for each exercise. So we're just going to wait about a minute longer, and then I'll run you guys through what's going to be happening today. So to get going, we're going to start with some housekeeping. I'm West. Avalon is with us. She'll be in the comment section there following along. We are from CFB Suffield. We're the fitness and sport instructors. Today's session is a muscular endurance workout. We will be working on movement protocols related to the annual force evaluation. If you need any modifications, just let us know. We'll look through the comment section and then see what kind of help and advice we can give you guys. At this time, I'll ask you guys to look at the disclosure. It's in the description box there. So before you can continue on, if you haven't done so in the past, look at the disclosure. Make sure you're healthy to follow along with what we're doing today. So I'll give you guys a minute to go and look at the disclosure if you haven't already. If you already have looked at it before, then just sit still for a few minutes and then we'll come right back. So for the most part, it looks like most of you guys are back. I'll ask you guys to play your own music throughout the workout. And I've already listed what equipment we'll need for today. So I'm going to pull this back in just a moment. But first off, so you guys probably just want to look at the comment section there and read what Avalon wrote, because this is probably not going to be that easy to read. But today we're going to be doing Fit for Force. We're going to start off with a 1 minute sandbag lift after we're done the warm up. For that sandbag lift, I want you guys to go at the pace you would normally do your annual force test. So just go at a speed and intensity that would resemble the pace that you'd be doing for the test. Then we're going to go through the circuit. So for the circuit, we got every minute on the minute. We got 6 minutes on, and then we got about a minute and a half off. So we got 4 different rounds. Each round, again, like I've stated, 6 minutes, and then 1 minute, 0.5 off. First round is going to be 15 push-ups, So for push-ups, I'll demonstrate what you can do. You can do the modifications that I'll show in just a moment. And then for the remainder of that minute, you'll be doing running on the spot. And then for the odd, every time it's an odd minute, you're going to be doing 30 seconds of a plank, and then again, running on the spot. Once we're done the 6 minutes and the rest, we're going to go off to number 2. For 2, we're going to do 15 deadlifts and a side shuffle for the remainder of that minute, as well as for the odd, we're going to do 15 kneeling overhead press, and then side shuffle for the remainder of that minute. Going off to the third column there. For even, 10 lunges per side. You can choose forward or backwards, whatever your preference is. And then we're just going to do a little bit of cutting, so just changing direction, pivoting. And for the odd, we're going to do 5 sideways lunges, again with a little bit of a pivot for the remainder of the time. For the remainder of the time, for any of these ones here, if you're a little fatigued, that's where you can grab a drink of water or take a little bit of a rest. Off to the fourth. For the even, you got 15 sumo squats, so that's a wide stance squat. And then we got a squat hold, followed by, for the odds, 5 dead bugs, so working a little bit of core. And then we got the squat hold. So that is what we'll be working with today. After we're done this, we will be doing another 1-minute sandbag lift just to see how well you guys can adapt and handle to the fatigue of a circuit, and see how you will hold off, and like if you guys can compare what you did at the start, try to remember the number, and then just try to do something similar to that with the same intensity. So I'm going to pull this back, change the camera view, and then I'm going to show you guys a little bit of demos for each of these movements. One second. Okay. Perfect. Swear again. One sec, just to make sure the camera's good. Perfect. Okay, so for number 1, we're doing push-ups. So you can do normal push-ups, keeping the arms not fully flared out, not fully tucked in, so about the 45. Coming down, chest to ground, pushing up, full extension, just like so. You can go off the knees if you want to. So the knees will be the pivot point. You don't have to have your feet planted if you're going off the knees. If you want to go off an incline, so something that's a little bit raised as well, you can go off an incline. If you want to make it harder for yourself, put your feet on something that's inclined, so you go off a decline. And then we got 30 seconds of a plank. You can choose high or low plank, whatever your preference is. Just try to stack the joints as best you can. Wrist under elbow, under shoulder. Setting your shoulder down and back, scapula retracted, just like so. Keeping your neck in line. You don't want to look up. Break the alignment there. So that is number 1. And for when you're done, the 30 seconds or the 15 push-ups, the remainder of the time, you'll be doing a running on the spot. We're looking at, after doing 1, you got 2, which is 15 deadlifts. Very straightforward. Grabbing a hip width distance for your feet there, so a little wider than shoulder width. You can rotate them out about 0 to 15, whatever's comfortable. Setting your hips down and back. Grabbing the weight, loading the hamstrings and the hips before you go up. So try to pull all the slack out of the weight there, driving through, keeping the weight close to the body throughout the whole movement. On the way down, send your hips back. Keep that natural alignment in your spine, that is key. Then we got kneeling overhead press. So you might want to mat or something, put it underneath your knee. You're going to grab the weight, kneeling position, one leg up. And just hold the weight, whatever weight you got there, whatever variation you want to use. If you want to use a sandbag-like material, if you want to use a kettlebell, dumbbell, we're just going to use one where we can have both hands on at the same time. So it's only 15 reps. Pressing overhead. I'm going to try to keep my elbows in front of me for the most part to work with this movement. Just pressing overhead. just like so. 15 in total. Remainder of that time frame is side shuffling, so find an open area, side shuffle back and forth, a reasonable amount of steps both ways. And then for number 3, 10 lunges per side. I know Stratton's there watching, and he has a sandbag, so I made sure to throw my sandbag in this workout. So if you want to, use the sandbag, load it up on the side, load it up on your back, however you want to. And you got 10 lunges per side. So we'll just perform 10, stepping through. If you want to, you can do 10 straight one side, then 10 straight the other side, or you can alternate. And you can see how I'm doing backwards lunges if you want to. Feel free to do forward lunges, just get 10 per side and just make sure they're even. And then you got 5 sideways lunges, so you're probably not going to want to wait for this because mobility is probably going to be an issue for most people here. Grabbing that wide stance, and then bringing that knee towards that toe, going down into that position, controlling, and up. Working within your own range, just like so. And it's going to be slow and steady, that's why it's only 5 per side. If you want to add a weight, but for most people you probably won't need the weight because it's going to be a challenge. For that one there, we got to change the direction. So all we're going to be doing, if you want to set up some cones, or if you want to set up just a little line in the ground for yourself, you're going to approach that line, touch it, change back. It's a little bit different than side shuffling, because side shuffling, you don't have to worry about the full pivot and transition. But this one here, you're going to touch it, push off of it, and then go to the other side, do a few on one leg, do a few on the other leg for the remainder of the time. Off to 4. So for 4, we got sumo squats. You got 15 sumo squats. So wide stance. If you want to have that weight, you can have it front loaded. You can have it on your back there. And instead of like a side lunge where you go off to the side, you're just going straight down into it. Giving that wide stance, torso up. 15 in total. Then you got dead bugs. You guys should be pretty familiar with this one. Grab your mat, we'll put it like so. And you're gonna lie down. Tucking your tummy, pushing your core down, squeezing the core, keeping everything good and tight. Extending opposite arm, opposite leg. If that's too much, just do one limb at a time. And you just do 5 per limb, or you can do 5 per side, depending on your preference and your time there. And then again, for the remainder of number 4, you're just going to be holding a squat hold. So you're going to try to break parallel. So when I say break parallel, that means I'm trying to get my top part of my leg there to be around parallel, or break it for the floor there, just like so. You're going to hold a squat hold for the remainder of the minute. So again, the whole idea of the workout here today, every minute on the minute. So that means there's a goal to be accomplished for even minutes, and there's a goal to be accomplished for odd minutes. Certain amount of reps, I'll make sure to reiterate it if you guys forget, as well as you guys can look in the comment section. And the remainder of the minute, you'll just complete it with some cardio or whatever the option is on the board there. And if you guys are fatigued, take the remainder of the minute for the time to recover. Don't take the initial part of the minute to recover. So if you guys have any questions, drop it in there. Alan and I will be looking through it. Just let me know how the sound quality is and the video quality as well. And we're going to get going with the warm up in just a moment. Okay. So it looks like everything's good on that end. We got everything we need. Grab a drink of water. We're going to get going with the warm up in just a moment. Okay. So good to go. It looks like everyone's ready. So for the warm up, we're going to keep to the basics, the stuff we've been doing the previous week. Again, I don't want to make it too advanced or something that's confusing and complicated. So easy arm circles forward. You can walk on the spot if you want to. And for the most part, we're going to try to do everything for 20 seconds instead of 20 meters. So I'm pretty positive we have Ty with us as well as Stratton, so that's pretty good. I know Melanson's a little busy today, so she'll probably view it later on. And just a little heads up, guys, I did a little push-up competition with my roommate the other day, like 2 days ago, and we have to do first one to 100 after a full chest workout, switching back. So we're swinging backwards. So my chest is a little burnt out, but I'll try my best to get this done. I was so close to beating him, like 0.5 seconds off for beating him to 100 push-ups. Arms swinging up and down. We might have to throw that in one day if we ever go back to in-person classes. Arms swinging across chest and back. So you guys may notice, for the most part, keep swinging around. All right, 2 cones here. I'm going to use them for the change of direction part. I might set them up for the side shuffling. We're going to switch off to Frankenstein's while I speak on this. But I'm also going to kind of have it there as a mental note so that I can remember if I'm on even or odd, which shouldn't be that hard anyways because I've got my stopwatch. But I'm going to just use it. So let's say I'm on even, I'm going to be trying to do my workout more over on this side. Odd, more on the orange side. So opposite leg, it's an arm. Just a little aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Switching to high knees. Ten more seconds. And butt kicks, flipping back. Running on the spot. And we're going to do our side jumps. So finding an open spot, I'm going to jump this way to this way. You're just going to leave off the one leg, land on the other. Control both in your own comfort zone. Try to do a soft landing. This is going to kind of warm up the ankles, wake them up, wake up the knee, the hip. Another 2 per way. One more. We're going to do 5 side bends per side. So that's 2. 3. 4. And we'll count that as 5. 3 bodyweight squats. So again, feet a little wider than shoulder width, so you can rotate them out slightly, sitting down. 2 and 3. Lunge complex, 3 forward, 3 backwards per side. We'll start with the left leg in the same squat, just like previous weeks. Stepping back, stepping forward, that's 1. 2. Try to control your balance. 3. So switching off. Other side. 1. 2. You can use your arm as like a counterbalance. 3. Now 3 sideways lunges. Wide stance. Make sure you got a good grip on the floor there so you don't fall. Leaning down. Bring that knee towards that toe. You might hear a few cracks in your hip. Try to keep that torso upright. This is 2. Last one. And that's 3. Everyone's favorite, Spider-Man lunges. 3 per side. So going down, plank position, bringing that hip up, the leg up, and then rotating up. Feeling that nice stretch. Switching sides, slow, controlled. That's a tight hip today. And back. This is 2. Try to look at the hand, what's up. 3. And we're just going to do 3 hand releases to standing upright. So for that, going down the bottom position, and releasing, pushing up, stepping up. 3 in total. Stepping through. 1. 2. I step to the other side. And 3. So grab a drink of water. We're going to get going in just a moment. Again, we're going to start off with that 1 minute of sandbag lifts, so a deadlift. We're going to see what kind of number we can get, and then we're going to fatigue ourselves and see how well we do at the very end. Good. So grab your drink of water, get your weight. My sandbag happens to be 30 pounds, so pick something reasonable. Don't pick too heavy, don't pick too light. Try to pick something near the weight of the actual test. So that is 20 kg, so like 44 pounds. As close as I got. That resembles a sandbag, so I'm going to use a 30-pound one. And I will be timing us for a minute straight. See how well we do before we're fatigued, so pre-fatigued. And then we're going to do the circuit, and we're going to fatigue ourselves, and then we'll see how we do at the end, and how well mental resilience, or how well you got to drive to get through the same movement and trying to keep the same intensity and same workload done. So just grab a drink of water, get your sandbag ready. I'm just going to tie my shoe 1 second. Just feeling a little loose. Whatever, it's good enough. Got a lot of likes and stuff going off there. I don't know what that was about. Okay, so again, for the deadlift, feet hip width apart, so lower the shoulder, sending the hips back, loading the hamstrings and hips by taking the weight the slack out of the weight there, and then driving up, keeping the weight close to the body. And you're just going to try to do as quick as you can, within reason, for 1 minute in time. There's no side shuffling or any of that. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go! So going at your own pace, something similar to the test. Try to get the weight close to the ground, touching the ground. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, halfway, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, last 10 seconds, 19, 20, 21, a few more seconds, 22, last second, 23. So I got 23 there. Normally throughout the test I can go a little bit quicker. Usually I can finish the test within 58 seconds or so. So could have got a little better. But I got 23 this time. And we'll see how I do when I'm fatigued at the very end. So we grab another drink of water. We're going to get going with the first EMOM. So If you guys want to, put your number in the comment section so you don't forget. 23 lifts. So what we got going off in the first one, 15 push-ups, remainder of the time running on the spot, 30 seconds of a plank, remainder of that time running on the spot. We got 6 minutes straight, starting with even. So even will be minute 0, odd is 1, even is minute 2. So don't need this. Again, blue for me, it's going to resemble more of the even. I'm going to try to be more towards the blue if I'm doing even minutes, and more towards this side, odd. Any questions before you're going? Send them in the comments there. And we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Go, get your 15 push-ups. All the way down, chest to ground, full extension. 2, if you need to go off the knees. 4, go off the knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, halfway, 15, 30 seconds on running on the spot. So this is going to be a good challenge. My chest is already pretty burnt out from the other day, like I mentioned. 15 more seconds of running. Three, 2, going into the plank. 1, 30 seconds best you can. Plank. Ten seconds in. 10 seconds to go. Three, 2, 1. Back to running. Ten more seconds. Off to our 15 push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30 seconds to go. Twenty seconds to go. Five seconds to go. Switching off the plank in 3, 2, 1. Off the plank. Halfway. Time. Running. Last time going back to push-ups. And the last time going to plank. Minute and a half's rest. On to number 2. more seconds. And we're off to 15. So if you want that easier option, off an incline, so something a little bit higher off the ground. This might be hard because it's not stable. 2, 3, yeah. Kind of made it a little hard for a minute. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's taking a little bit longer. Got 5 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 seconds of a run. Ten seconds of a run. Switching off to our last plank, then we got a rest. Switching to plank. Core engage. Neutral spine, flat back. Fifteen more seconds to go. 10 more to go. 5 to go. And time. Off to a run. "20 seconds of a run to go. "10 seconds to go. A minute and a half's rest. Just grab a drink of water. We're going on to number 2 in just a moment. Okay, so still got just over a minute of rest. Number 2, 15 deadlifts, side shuffle for the remainder, and then overhead press. We're aiming for 15, we'll see how that time goes, and then side shuffle for the remainder of that. So we're done 1. Don't have to do that one again. Cross that one off the board. So we got 30 seconds of rest to go. You might want a towel or something placed under that knee for that press, or you might want a mat. So again, odd for me is going to be the orange over here, so I'm going to have that mat right here for that. Deadlifts are over here in this blue. "10 seconds to go, and then we're switching. We're going to do 6 minutes straight. 3, 2, 1, go. 15 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 30 seconds of rest, which is your side shuffle. So eight seconds to go. Okay, grabbing your weight, switching off, 15 press. Start back, kneel, press up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Took 40 seconds, so we got 20 seconds to go. 10 to go. And we're off to deadlifts, 15. Round 2 for this side. 3 rounds in total, 6 minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you gotta lower the weight, lower the weight. 8. You gotta just do the movement. 9, 10. Just do the movement. 11, 12, 13, 14. Last one, and that's 15. We got 10 seconds to go. If you gotta lower the intensity for the shuffles, do that as well. And we're switching off to the presses. So this circuit here seems to be a little bit longer than the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, ooh, losing balance, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 20 seconds go. So see how I got my right knee down this time? And I did that for both rounds, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna try to make sure next round, left knee is down. Do your side shuffle, you got 10 seconds to go. Deads, last time for deads. For this circuit. 1, 2. If you're using your own sandbag, one that you've created from that video I have there, make sure to switch it around so that the weight kind of plays around a little bit differently. So we'll say I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one, 15. Do your side shuffles. So why I explained it like that is because most of the weight in this sandbag here, it seems like all the sand is mainly on this side here. So let's say I keep doing every set the same. I'm going to strengthen my left side more because this side is heavier at the moment. And you got 3, switching off to the press, 2, and 1. So switching it off, over your left. Last round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that weight close to the body. 7, 8, 9, 10. Core engage so you don't tumble over. 11, 12, 13, 14. Last one, 15. You got 20 seconds to go, and then we get a minute and a half for rest. Ten to go. 5 to go. And minutes half rest. We're off to 3 in a moment. So we're pretty much halfway down the circuit. If you look at the numbers there, we got 4 numbers. We're on 3. So we completed half. Crossing off 2. 2's done. So what we got here, we'll see how well we do here. We might have to bring this down a little bit, but we got 10 lunges per side. We might have to drop that down to 5 if it takes too long. And then we just got the approaching a line, touching the line, changing directions. So a cone or a line, whatever you guys want to set up, if it's imaginary or not. And then we got 3 sideways lunges, or no, sorry, 5 sideways lunges with the same change of direction for the remainder of the time. So I don't need this mat right now. Don't really need one of these. We're going to start on this side with our lunges. We'll aim to see how well 10 is for the time, but we'll probably drop it down to 5. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. Start the time. However you want to hold the weight. And if you want to change size between, change. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not half bad. If you're doing the same side, it'll be a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 seconds remaining. Approaching, cutting, other side, cut. And we're switching off to sideways. 5 per side. Time's on. Weight or weightless, whatever you guys want. 1. Torso up. 2. Everything is tight, which is finishing 4. And finishing 5. 30 seconds to go. So I'm just going to do 5 lunges per side, so I have some time for the remainder. Try to tap right side one way, left side the other. And if you got to go slower, approach it, go a little slower. Transition. 10 seconds to go. And we'll be off to the lunges. So I'm going to do 5 per side, so I got a little more time. Stepping through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. 1, 2, don't let your knees cave in. 3, good tracking of the knee. 4, that's 5. So same thing, approach it, tap it, turn, pivot. And get that push off, you're going the other direction. We got 20 seconds. So hit, then push. Probably got about 10. Off to sideways. No weight. Pick your stance, going a little wider, and you got the flexibility to do so. If you want a little closer, do so as well. So the knee going towards that center of the foot there, about the second toe. Just gonna be 3, 4, and last one. 5. 30 seconds. Last time for the lunges in 3 seconds. 2, 1. 5 per side. You can have a weight wherever you want. If you want front load it. 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 30 seconds to go. Seconds to go. 10 to go. Switching off sideways. Last time, then we're going to have our break. You can change it into a Kozak if you want. So foot up, a little bit of toe up there. My hips are done. 3. We'll do one more. 30 seconds, and then you got your rest. Keep going. Approach, tap, turn. Opposite side, turn. Touch, turn. Make sure to get that push off that rear foot. So that front, then rear. And time, 1.5 minutes rest. We'll be off to 4. So cross that off. So we'll try to do 15 sumo squats. Remainder of that time is a hold, squat hold. And then we got 5 dead bugs per side. Remainder of that time is a squat hold. So doing this weight list. Setting up my zones here. Squats at blue. Dead bug at orange or red or whatever color that is. That's orange. Still got 45 seconds to go. 6 minutes of work, 1.5 minutes of rest, and then we'll see how fatigue hits us for that last sandbag lift. So we got about 7 minutes of actual work left. We got 15 seconds to go. So if you got a weighted vest, you want to throw that on, feel free to throw that on. If you want to add weight to the squat, feel free to throw the weight to the squat. I'm just going to go weightless here. We'll be starting in 3, 2, and 1. That's 15 sumos, so wide stance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, torso up, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Fatigue is setting in for sure. And you got 20 seconds of a hold. So going down, torso up, hips back as best you can. 10 seconds to go. We got 3, 2, and we'll transition. 1, dead bug, 5 per side. Just gonna go like so. Tummy tuck, pushing down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off to the hold. If you want to use a wall, use a wall. We got 15 seconds to go. 5 to go. And squats, sumo. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Form's looking pretty bad here. 15. I want to take this as a rest period so I can try to do better form. But if you are still going, you got 10 seconds of a squat hold. Five seconds for that hold. Transition. One. 2, 3, 4. This is 5. 30 seconds of a squat hold to go. Doing good. 10 seconds to go. And last time for sumos. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're gonna be off to your holds. We got 20 seconds for holds to go. And then we're going to be doing our last minute work over there. Rest, and then our deadlifts. And we'll transition. That's 1, 2, that's 3, 4, and that's 5. Last 30 seconds. Doing good. Torso up. 10 to go. Okay, take a minute and a half rest, deadlift, and we are gone. So we got 15 more seconds to go. We're gonna cut that minute and a half to a minute because we're running out of time here. Grab your deadlift equipment, and we're gonna get going in about 5 seconds. Trying to do as much as we can, keeping a similar pace to what we've been doing in the test, and trying our best for a minute long. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're at that 15, just like that circuit we were doing. 16, 17, 18, 20 seconds go. 19, 20. Try to beat our old score, 21. Or try to do well compared to it, 22, 23. So I'm there, 24, 25. 5 seconds go. 26, 7, 8, 9, and time. 30, 1 minute. Grab a drink of water, start walking on the spot. I'll give you guys a minute, catch your breath, and we're gonna make this quick. So, today's workout was a longer one, it seems like. A lot more things to it. So we're running out of time here. We only got about 4 minutes or so. So grab your drink of water, start walking. About 30 seconds, we're going to transition to some stretching. Okay. There goes that cone. We're going to find a spot on the ground, stretch our hamstrings. 30 seconds. So, while we're stretching here, I'll try to tell you guys a few things. If you guys are a military member and you so happen to hurt yourself, don't forget to fill out a CF98. Today we worked on muscular endurance. We were working on movement protocols related to the annual test. It's pretty straightforward how these things relate to the test. We're going to switch sides. But for number 1, we were doing push-ups and running on the spot, which is very similar to 20-meter rushes. You got to do the hand release and then you got to run. And then we got, for number 2, deadlift and kneeling press. So deadlift resembles really closely to the sandbag lift, like we've seen when we were doing the sandbag lift there. The kneeling press is just to get a little bit of shoulder strength. It doesn't really relate too much to the actual test, but we still got to have some general foundation for our muscle here. Like we got to be able to build towards having a good base to work off of. We're going to switch to a hip opener. Number 3, lunges and sideways lunges. So if you're in that low position for the walk there, or as well as you're picking up the weight, you got to be able to lunge and grab the weight, load your quads or hamstrings, however your stance is. And then sideways lunges, again, it's just to build a foundation so you're able to move in better form. You're able to get going in any direction that you need to go. And then we got change of direction pivot, so it's just having the ability to be able to change which way you're going on a fly, so it helps when you're doing the inward loader shuttles, when you're reaching the cone and you're turning around. Switching off. And then we got sumo squats and did bugs. So we're building the core from the did bugs. Sumo squats, I like to start off my drag with a sumo stance, so a wider stance, so that when I start going, I can bring my feet in narrow afterwards, so I can use a little bit more different muscles slightly. So that's just my preference of how I start the sandbag drag, and then the isometric hold, because that's how you kind of start the drag as well. Switching sides. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, drop it in the comment box there. I'll be looking over this video for the next hour or so, so I'll be able to reply back. Good work today. We're going to finish off with knees to chest, and this will be our last stretch. Ten more seconds. So thanks for all coming out. See you guys on Thursday for Force Pacific workout, 1500 Mountain Standard Time. Take care, guys.